Okay.
Our turn back. The problem that I am saying to you, if you see a man in a ski mask and you feel in fear, you have to take the necessary precaution. I agree with you, but what I'm saying, we have government. This ski mask thing, me even say police are wear ski mask, and I'm not in agreement with it. You understand me? I say? We need as a government, to just ban it and give certain people or certain section of our law enforcement to use it when necessary. Me and say police are wear gloves.
I agree with that.
Me and say police are wear gloves. You know when you wear gloves, the gunpowder residue when you fire the gun, it not attached to your skin. Why are the police wearing gloves? These are the things I have to talk about.
No man, then things that
Marco,
no,
hold
man,
on,
no,
Marco.
Man.
You see, hold on, Marco. Marco, let me respond to that. Marco, let me respond to that now, Marco.
Yeah.
As a former police officer, it's not just your hand alone. Because the gun residue, like when you fire it, it have a radius. Yes. So it go up on your neck, your face, your clothing.
Yeah.
So just you hear, so and just your gloves alone.
So you're a former police officer.
So
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If you are in combat and somebody is firing an M16 and you are behind that person, right? Don't the gunpowder residue can catch you too? Yes or no?
Yes.
Does that say that you fire M16?
No, but hold on, with investigation, Mario. Well, me answer your question, Mario. But with an investigation, you can clear the person. That's why you have an investigation.
Bro, if you go police training school, you would know that the first order of firing a gun, what they are going to do is swab your fingers.
Mario, but me not Mario. Well, I know. Yeah, minimize the conversation.
If you take out the finger swabbing and I go to face and other features, that tell me you never go police training school.
Mario, but I never said that. I said the gunpowder have a radius. You understand me?
We are not talking about radius.
Mario,
we are trying to find.
Mario,
we are trying to go back to what the law says. A police fire gun, you're supposed to swab him on.
Marco, but I never said he shouldn't. You are saying things. Marco, Jesus Christ.
Me can't tell you that. You're alone.
Marco. That old time police in my father. And you're alone.
Marco.
Bro, I have never seen.
Marco. They also have UV light we can detect gunpowder residue now, my G.
We agree with that,
Marco. You know what that, Marco. Nobody ever said that it is not to be swabbed. It shouldn't be swabbed.
So why would I debunk the gloves?
Hold on. Me not debunk the gloves. I'm saying it go beyond the gloves. It goes beyond the gloves. So how you debate it?
I am debating that we need to stop let police wear gloves when angling our government issued firearms.
Marco, you need to just get behind the police so they can clean up Jamaica and get rid of
me behind the police 100%. Me where you see right so? Me where you see right so? You see what DUJON?
Yeah.
DUJON, you see me? Me where you see right so? Believe in a heavy crime fighting.
Alright, hold your point, Marcus. Marco. Miss Grippy, come in and then we'll go at Babs and then we'll go at Ingram. Come in, Miss Grippy.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. DUJON.
Yes, Miss Grippy. What happened to Miss Grippy? Alright, go ahead, Bob. Still, Miss Grippy, come back. Unmute yourself, Babs.
No, yeah, morning again. Alright, earlier on, me see you ask Marco about outlining the corruption you see in the GLP. And you say SSL, but you know, dissect it for people can understand it. And then when he say that, when he say that way, it will make it look like say the government own SSL.
No, sir.
Yeah, say you put it. Because if me not have sense, as some would have run with it.
No, sir, that's incorrect.
No, that's what I said to you. Say if me not have sense, would I run with it just like how you put it.
Oh.
But when DUJON goes to now and read the paper to you and say to you, say, alright, from 2012, there was problem with SSL.
2013.
It started from 2012. 2013, it was the official report.
It was established in 2013, but it started from 2012.
Yes. However, they allowed it to correct themselves, not closing it down fully, but correct yourself and keep on going.
And get new management and all of these things, and they feel miserable.
Yeah. They feel to do that. Number two, from UCN now, with UCN now, his team around him never did their due diligence to investigate which company they're gonna invest in before they just went and dumped their money because of the high interest rate they would get back from dumping in money. So they just went ahead, they didn't do any investigation, any checks or anything, they just dumped money in. Over the years, they did not keep up with records to see where how the money is going until the money should be paid over when the government this government now found out there was another problem and went in, and that's when UCN find out his money was missing. So people that grow on and blame the government and not read and not listen the facts of the matter. So earlier on, what you say, me if me never have sense and never read about it, we will run with what you say.
Bobby.
Yeah.
You see how people criticize the government and them thing there. Sometimes you have to laugh. You know why? They miss the ingredients that should be there. Yeah? What I am saying, if this situation started from as far back as 2012, yeah? And we saw the red flag, the onus is on our government at the time to take the necessary action to protect its citizens and its investors, right? Now, if this did debunk from 2012 or 2013, bro, yeah, then I am saying Usain Bolt would be protected. That's all I am saying.
I know Usain Bolt one losing money.
I'm just using because everybody are run with the fanfare.
Okay, all right, understand.
We just use it. Everybody are run with the fanfare.
All right. So when you go say corruption within both government now, you have to use a different analogy as what you can say.
No, man, when we say corruption in the government.
Hold on, no, brother. You can't use the SSL saga and say you go blame this government for corruption.
Me use it to blame the two of them, and that you have to say.
No, you use a man problem blame my next man. When the problem started
in 2013, if them did stop it in 2013, nothing wouldn't happen.
All right.
You just said,
in
2017, the JLP government find out. I take your point.
Yeah. So what I know, brother. So that's why you have to use a different analogy. And the thing is, as long as people, human being, is on this face of the earth and angling funds, you will ever find corruption.
So when you
will always have bad mind.
Me agree with you. So when you find out, say, them meddling in corruption, see, me believe, say, you have to give them day in a court, and if found culpable, You disassociate
Marco.
yourself with them. That is
Marco.
what I want.
Marco.
So here what I
Marco.
want to do now. Here what I want to do, guys. I want to bring back the thing to the original part of the thing. So PJ Patterson would have seen on a platform in recent time, trying to assert that you know, the lady that admit to stealing the money is not in it by herself. There is an ongoing investigation going on now. And why would a person like PJ Patterson, a former prime minister who have suffered the people of Jamaica? See, we see that in the 1990s when they crashed the financial sector. See, and destroyed a lot of Jamaicans. Saying why him thinking can come stick his nose in this now. He not supposed to even show his face back in a public after when he to Jamaica. See, him and Omar Davis and Mark Golding. He not even don't know that three of them not supposed to show their face back in a Jamaica. See? So why am I inserting himself? The lady admit to stealing the money. See? And she go to prison. She said what she do with some of the money. She also said that a lot of boat money never make it into the system. Did you know that last year SSL, I'm going to read from an article now. I want to listen to this. In September last year, SSL indicated that it was advanced in its plan to pay back thousands of clients. Why do you think that is? The persons that had their money in there and had their money secured, they're going to get back their money. If money had reached there and got secure, you would have got back his money as well.
So question. As I said, I have to go by with life where you go by now. Question. If you transfer money from bank A to bank B, can it be construed that the money never reached bank B? And if the money never reached bank B, why an investigation wasn't launched in bank A to say, where are these funds?
I did me I tell us had the persons who was charged to look after the man's finances was looking after it properly. This would have never happened. Then I start missing it from early. And she say reach where it go. See?
But there are footprints to say that SSL did receive the money in their bank account.
Some of it, not all of it. There's an ongoing investigation. And what we assert from what we could have ascertained from what they investigated so far is that.
But me I say, bro,
Marco, I want to say something to you, Marco. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Realize you see you have an LLB, right? Alright. But me realize you don't understand how financial institutions work in Jamaica and most places in the world too, right?
Why would you make such a blanket statement?
Let me finish talk. So, financial institution, there's a discrepancy. And you are saying, because there's one discrepancy, or reports of discrepancies, if you just shut them down, so, right?
No, sir.
We would, hold on, let me finish
that is
brother.
incorrect again. SSL, if you check the footprints of SSL,
Marco, you love your own advice, You can't allow me to finish the statement so you can hear what I say, brother. We want to have a respectful, mature, male reasoning. You can do that? Alright. I am saying to you, to how you phrase it, so them should have just take decisive action against SSL from 2012 2013. You understand me? If I saw the FSC and the government operate, we won't have no bank at all in Jamaica, None, brother.
Correct, sir.
Because they are Jesus Christ.
There are steps, sir, that the government can take to ensure that you either put them back on track or shut them down totally. And that not have nothing to do with LLB, sir.
We just want to say this to Marcus, Hey, Marcus, you know the problem where the challenge that I have with you. You are not making a comparison of different administration. You are looking at the administration as one, right? You are looking at the government of Jamaica which was handled by the People's National Party, and the government of Jamaica handled by the JLP. You are not making a separation of management as it relates to the government, and that's where I am having an issue with you. But your argument is suggesting that you are making a separation. You say that you are looking at government as government, but when you started to reason, there is a separation in your argument. You get what I'm saying? So in my mind, you are making an argument, but you are not exactly listening to yourself. And you need to listen to what you are saying. And I am here listening to you. Yeah? And when you are making all of these kind of a statement, right? And that is why people are having different kind of understanding to your argument, you know. And then whenever somebody come and begin to put forward to you what they understand what you are saying no. You get what I'm saying? But your argument is causing people to have a different view to what you are saying. But you're not seeing that. You get me? Now, when you look at the administration which was led by the which was led by the PNP, and you are going to talk about corruption under PNP, has any individual or collectively people that were corrupt under a PNP-led administration, what is the outcome of them being found guilty of corruption under a PNP-led administration, as against the Jamaica Labour Party, which had, when you find people corrupt, what is the outcome of the persons that are found corrupt under a Jamaica Labour Party administration? There is a difference, my brother. There is a difference. Under a PNP-led administration, there was no accountability. It was always a run-with-it situation. If there was accountability under a PNP-led administration, Philip Parlell would not have been representing the people right now. Yeah? There would be no Philip Parlell right now.
So you want me to respond to all of that? You want me to respond to all of that? I'm going to respond to what I can remember.
All right.
No. I look at government collectively, that is true. Because you have the opposition and you have the administrative side, which is the government that makes the decision of the day. So I look at them. When I started out, I gave you a background to say that both our government, whether 2011, 2012, or 2017, have been fingered in acts of abuse. Let me not use corruption, abuse. And I am saying, personally for me, I want Jamaica to be at a place where if corruption is not zero, it is at a minimum. That is my opinion. The second thing is to say that I don't give people the clear understanding as to what I'm about or what I'm saying. People can ask for clarity, and I would appreciate that rather than for you to come and say that I am all over the place. No, I'm not all over the place. My point is clear. It is time for us as a country to take abuse of government spending seriously. And where there are abuse of such, we can't just blanket them and say, yo, you're not corrupt. We have to ensure say, they are investigated, they have been given a fair chance, yeah, to go before a court of law and for the court to adjudicate who is right and who is wrong. Right? So we there saying a John Public I say, oh, Andrew this, Mark Golding this, PJ this, and that something. And I am going to say to you, bring the evidence to me to say that Andrew is corrupt. Bring the evidence to me to say Mark Golding is corrupt. And the evidence that I want to see is one of our judge, yeah, say that you are corrupt. You agree with me?
Yes. All right.
So we are arguing bullshit as a country because we not seen a result. That is what me I say.
But you know one of the problem right there, so now, Marcus.
Yeah.
Liars. If you notice the difference in operation.
I have to say liars.
May I tell you, sir. You see the thing is, you know, we have to be a critical thinker.
You're not a liar, sir. Me just do a law degree. Me make that clear.
Yeah. Lord God Almighty.
Me a liar. Me make that clear, sir.
You know? That is exactly what I'm saying. You see, all of your argument, you see, pointing to the deficiency in the operation of lawyers, brother. That's where your argument is pointing to.
Dujan, me not hear you, Dujan.
You know, allow Mr. Ingram, you know, hear me.
Oh.
CDA Ingram.
Morning.
Morning, my boss.
How you doing?
You see your government did corrupt in 2017, 2015, 2016, 2012, 2013, 2014.
You listen. When I come here this morning and I'm asking you a question. You listen to the speech?
Well, PJ Patterson's speech.
The other day, the forum.
I listen to one part, but I almost vomit. So
You heard the comment. You heard the comment about the story with the man with sharpening cutlass and what have you?
No, me never get so far.
Okay. I wanted somebody to explain because I heard something last and I'm absolutely shocked when I heard somebody
So tell me
interpret.
what you hear now. We can pick sense out of nonsense.
Well, he supported my view that he thinks the person who lose their money at some point will have an action in court against the government.
The person who lose their money can sue SSL and can sue the government.
No, he pointed out that they will be able to. It's where it's possible for them to have an action against the government, and the government of the day, not the government whoever is there, the government. Meaning when PMP
So you
win,
understand? Meaning if a PNP or JLP.
when
Yes.
PMP win, they must sue same way.
Yes. We understand.
So how you stay so far? Everything all right?
Yeah, man, I'm a good man. I'm there in my place. You know, that's why the
Nice.
man Brandon Hanover when I try to help. Him depending live last night, I say a portion of it. I go out in my town last night and nobody not tap me. I also go on a man in scan up on the wall and I don't see my name around there either. so far, but good. Good morning, Ayase.
Dojan, let me ask Mr. Ingram something.
Hold on, let me hear from Ayase. She does say something. Go ahead, Ayase. Ayase. Now go ahead, Miss K. Miss K gone too.
Dujan, you believe here, but you do a great job in a youth and me always log in and thing, you know?
Alright, boss. What about
And I got to tell a lie, even though I see the side where you choose, you have all right to choose your side, you know. You understand? But a next man have him right to choose. But I like your argument, them you.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, my G, man. We're there,
Yeah,
we
man.
try to educate the masses. You know, PNP
That
and
is it.
JLP.
That is it.
Alright.
Alright, bro. You can't take me out of your box.
Alright. Go ahead, Mivy.
When me come on me ear, sorry Marco come off still, but when me come on me ear something. I don't know if me I change the argument, but more have to say this. Me hear the discussion about police mustn't wear gloves because they want to can find residue. Remember, them might think about that and forget say, in a police operation when they have to drop on the ground in where broken bottles are and stuff there. What go happen? No, that's why they wear knee pads. So me I think to them argument they're so nonsensical, they not even understand them the type of thing there. Right? Secondly, the SSL situation thing where me I hear about 2013 and the document, when you look at the bottom of the paper, one of the commissioner for FSC was none other than Donna Scott Matley. Right? And all this SSL argument are gone. We never hear she make one comment about it. Right? She was a commissioner for FSC when the letter was sent out about the cease and desist. Did they follow up on the cease and desist orders that they were given? Just that more, officer. Then the two things there.
Also, me asking. You say, what you get from PG, a statement is both can sue the government on the day, which I don't know sit down and hope for. There is no possible way that both can sue this administration or any government at all. So it's a full little statement.
And if that is so,
go under the strength.
yes, and if that is so, then the suing would have to be take place from when PNP was in power.
Exactly.
Think
So you
about
see,
that.
all of them people that from Finac days would have to get back their money from any government which is in power at the day, which would be the Anjo administration, the JLP. Seeing, so it's one of the argument, Mr. Ingram. You come at the talk so like your face, you can't trick nobody, you can't trick nobody else.
That's it.
You see,
What is hello? What is wrong with you, man? What is wrong with the Jamaicans? Stop cut your
what wrong with
foolishness.
PNP? What
Cut
wrong
your
with
rubbish.
PNP?
Have you
What is
heard me?
wrong?
Have you heard me say something?
You know what you have to do? Go in your bathroom, take up one piece of tissue and wipe off your mouth.
Have you heard me say?
Listen.
Have you
Go in
heard
your
me saying
bathroom,
something?
get a tissue
Have you
and wipe
heard
off
me
your
saying
mouth.
something blaming any government?
And that another try. But Jamaicans the fool, well thinking and
Hello, sir.
reading people.
Hello, sir.
Stupid
Hello.
and fool.
Hello, sir. Hello.
No, hello, me man.
Hello. We need to educate yourself. We can't continue like this, you know.
Me
We
not
can't
like no
continue like
style. Both we get back your money, both have to sue whosoever in charge of money.
You are speaking like a person that have no sense of reasoning, not at all.
Because when me reason with PNP, you no grieve me, so me grieve. Me not like reason.
Well, you need to stop reasoning
PNP side.
PNP. Stop reasoning PNP and reason with Jamaicans.
You now behave like a Jamaican, you behave like a PNP.
I am not reasoning right now. I'm not the discussion I'm having. I'm not having a discussion within the Labour right or PNP. I'm having a discussion with a Jamaican who supposed to understand what is happening here.
Yes, both we get back your money. Me agree with that, you know. Both we get back your money, you know.
I do not know if the persons who lose their money are PNP or JLP. Mr. PJ Patterson is an eminent lawyer who is respected as an eminent lawyer.
Not even my dog, in Axel, put him as a representative.
Not only, stop attacking people, man. Stop. Listen to rubbish you come on.
PJ, forget that. PJ, forget prison.
I must take tissue and wipe my mouth. What is that?
That me say. Me not take back that.
What is that?
Me not take back that.
What is that?
Me no response to me not take back that.
Oh, you read
Go in your bathroom and get tissue.
Oh, you reach the conversation When you
Man,
guys
the
say to a
argument
human,
with
you
Mr.
guys
Ingram
say
is
to a
that
fellow
Bobby
human
saying to
being
you that
who is
you're
in a
just talking
discussion,
crap.
you're gonna say to a fellow human being in a discussion that they must take tissue and wipe them out. How you reach so? How you reach so? How
The
do you
man,
reach so?
the man just mean to say you start crap, Mr. Ingram.
Listen, man. We need listen. We need to
You
take
understand? If a
ourselves.
man tell me,
We need to
go
take
tissue wipe him
ourselves.
out.
We need to take ourselves. We need to
take.
take. We need to take ourselves out of the gutter. It's important. Take yourself out of the gutter. If you come to have a, if you come to have a conversation, 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 if you come to have a conversation,
Alright,
have
but
a
ask you one
conversation that
question and
is
answer.
decent
But ask
and
that question and
respectable.
answer the panel. Why did PJ
Dujan,
did not talk about 50
watch your camera, Dujan, watch your camera. Dujan, watch your camera. Watch your camera, watch your camera. Watch your camera, Dujan.
No, the background. People come across.
Background.
So,
Watch
Mr.
your camera.
Ingram, why
Watch your
did
camera.
Mr. Ingram, why did Mr. Patterson did not talk about Finac? He only talk about SSL. Answer that.
Mr. Patton spoke about Finac. He spoke about Finac. He all. Did you hear the speech? Did you hear the speech?
Listen,
Did you hear
garbage.
the speech?
Me not listen garbage.
Did you hear the speech?
Anyway, what did he say about Finac? Because I never hear him mention of
He
Finac.
when he spoke about Finac, he emphasized the fact that Finac was used to save thousands of small bank and insurance entities that thousands of Jamaicans were about to were at risk, and Finac came in the picture to save those, and today not one of those persons lose any money.
So why is the result that Finac then?
You know what is interesting? You asked a very interesting question. Where's the report that we paid $200 million for? Where is it?
The report.
I don't hear any of you asking the question. The present administration insists over the years that they want a report, and they paid up to $200 million for a report. Where's the report?
What the report is out there.
It's not out there. The report was received, and the report is shelved. The report was received, and the government hold on to the report. It don't release the report.
But you know, Mr. Ingram, you see when you talk about people that the Finac has bail out, and yet still it's
not bailout. No, it's not bailout. Hold on. The bailout is different from, persons who get bailout. There are persons who, institutions that Finac came in and was able to hold things together that these institutions didn't go under, and people were ready to get back their money. Nobody loves losing money.
28 financial institutions shut down under Finac.
You know what I would encourage. You know what I would encourage Jamaican to do is to do some research as to what was Finac. Because if you listen, what I'm hearing, a lot of you guys don't know what Finac was.
Me born 81, so I know what is Finac. Because I can read and write. Your friend of mine can't read and write, but
did you
read and write.
Did you understand that Finac was used to save a lot of institutions and Jamaicans?
And it was never used to save the institutions.
And it wasn't used to do that. It was used to take people.
No, did you know that? Did you know that as a result of Finac? Did you know that as a result of Finac, thousands of Jamaicans?
Finac was created to adjust, is to put an adjustment, not to save them. You see,
what do you mean
from the point right here? So no,
what do you mean adjustment? What do you mean by adjustment?
All right. You see what they are doing, You see, because the economy was failing under the PNP administration, right? The PNP administration could not come up with any kind of a formula, yes, to save these entities that was going under, which inclusive of financial entities and also other public bodies and privately owned entities, right? They were going under. Why? Because of the mismanagement of the government that period.
All right, that's why I'm encouraging you guys to. I'm encouraging you guys to.
Hold on,
I'm encouraging you guys to do some research and understand what Finac was, because clearly you don't understand what
Let me tell you something.
And the crux, hold on, and the crux of the matter is, none of you should be here talking right now and don't say, where is the report that Jamaica paid $200 million for? Where is that report? Why the government of the day get the report and hide the report? Why? Why was the report hidden?
The report is not hidden. The report will be published in the archives of the Jamaica Library.
Part of the report is there. So what is the problem? Now, you see, separated apart from looking at report.
You see me? Hello, you see me? You see me? You see me? When we talk, if the PMP that fault, I'm going to say the PMP that fault. That's me when I talk. And if the GLP that fault, I'm going to... You know, one I was having a discussion last night. Me and the council for the farm division, my bonafide bridging. Me talk every day. It's stance labor. He's a stance labor. He's the council for the farm division in Maple, Clarendon. I'm bridging that. We me and him sit and talk politics. We identify issues and we discuss issues and lay the chips where they fall. That's how we discuss politics, you know. That's why we find it so difficult sometimes when I come on this platform and hear people ready to attack people. We don't stop it, man. We are Jamaican first and foremost.
No, but
when we open our mouth and talk, let us try our best and talk with a sense of respect towards each other. It's important.
We keep looking at one part of the whole entire thing, you know, Mr. Ingram. When you
speak for yourself. No, speak for yourself.
You know why people attack you, Mr. Ingram?
You know what?
You know why people attack you, sir?
Yes.
It's simply because of the narrative that you spew. You are going to be attacked for it personally. You can't
listen
from that.
Let me ask you a question. Until the day I die. Until the day I die, I'm gonna call wrong and right.
You, sir, Mr. Ingram, said that. Listen to me, Mr. Ingram.
I have no apologies for that.
What is your objective? Every time that you come on, especially DUJON Live, let me ask you this question. What is your objective to come on the live? Is it that you come on the live to debunk facts, or you come on the live to speak negatively about the government, or what is it?
You asked a good question. I appreciate the question. Thanks for the question. I am a staunch supporter of the People's National Party. My objective at all times is to try my best to see how best I can get back the People's National Party in power, because I believe in their policies. But at the same time, I have something that is called character and integrity. I live by them. So therefore, I am not going to go into the gutter, neither for the PMP nor for the JLP. I'm going to stand where I stand. And when I speak, when I come on this platform, I speak nothing but the truth.
Stop defending PNP then if you are speaking as a Jamaican.
Hey, gentlemen.
We don't do it.
Gentlemen, live now, see? I remember that I am live at 3 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, jump.
With MP Tamika Davis, so everybody.
I don't want to hear her. She don't have anything new to say.
We not invite you.
I know you will invite me, side.
We not invite you.
I'm live at 3 p.m. guys, Jamaica time.
Alright, good time. See you travel on the road.
Western.
Take care of yourself.
DUJON.
Yes, Johnson. Yes, Johnson. Yes,
man, it's been a while. Man. Can you indulge me in about 3 or 4 minutes, please?
All right,
that's an interesting word.
Go ahead, Bob.
Good morning, everyone. Now,
Morning, morning.
I want to ask Mr. Ingram
Morning.
some questions, you see? And it's very important to me and a lot of, many of us that is doing TikTok, these lives, yeah? Mr. Ingram, I want to ask you some questions. Some of them you don't even have to elaborate. It's just a yes or no, okay? Mr. Ingram, have you ever received any form of training in Cuba?
No, sir.
You have never?
Never been to Cuba. I selected several persons to go on the program, but I did not go.
You selected several persons to go, but you didn't go.
Yes, I was on youth club at the time, and I was commissioned. I was allowed to ask to select some persons from my community who were interested in the Brigadista program in Cuba.
Ah, I glad you first mentioned that word. Mentioned that instead of me asking you the question. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Ingram. I've been hearing it and I've been hearing it and I've been hearing it. Yeah, and many reasons would have been presented to me and others that you are also a Brigadista, even though you didn't went to the training. But meaning
all right.
that
Before going further, I am not a Brigadista, so I did not go to Cuba. I have no knowledge of what went on in Cuba.
But now that you mentioned that you help organize persons to go there, that means you somewhat would have been what we could say guilty of some certain things. And I said that to say this. John Virgin, not the strength, and the rest of labor upon this life. I would wish you invite Mr. Ingram again for another life attack. Can you see, as a man who select people to go to train to be a Brigadista and him not go, you're somewhat technically guilty. Blood upon the wall and when I kill off my brothers and my sisters and my family them. A Green Bay.
Sorry, not Green Bay. Hold up.
How you feel, Mr. Ingram?
Hold up.
What are you talking about?
Hold up now, man.
What are you talking about?
The Wall Street massacre.
You lost me totally.
Blood the pound on the wall on the killer for relatives and family them down on Wall Street massacre. Every Brigadista we're gonna go get training on the involved in it. The whole on the involved in it. Whether you, Mr. Ingram, Mr. Ingram, are part of the world people and a dictator.
I'm hearing this argument. I'm hearing this argument for the first time.
Yes.
Godson, we allow you another 20 minutes. Godson, we allow you another 20 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah, you see what you say? You are one of the organizers who organized for a person to go get training.
Hello, sir. Don't lie on me. Don't lie on me.
Sir, you're not just saying
the SDC, the Social Development Commission. I was a member of Black Star Youth Club in Clarendon.
Jesus,
and we were as the secretary of the club. As the secretary of the club,
select people for God.
As the secretary of the club, I would identify young people who would go to Cuba in the Brigadista program.
I have nothing to do
with the training. I don't know what training.
When they come back from them training, you never have nothing more to do with them.
When they come back from the training, yeah, people who come back as some come back as doctors. They're the notable gynecologists in Montego Bay right now. That's where he was trained. Dr. Richard Watson, my doctor in Maypen right now. He went to Cuba and he's now a medical doctor there. As a matter of fact, all his children now, I think that they were trained in Cuba as medical doctor. My good friend Jim, that was Versal Hotel, he went to Cuba like on weekends. And his children were also, he have a son who was training in Cuba as a doctor also. I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
It no matter what you're going to say, Mr. Ingram. You
I don't know what you're talking about.
that you organize person to go and train.
I
You are
select
just
person-
guilty
I
technically.
select
So
person
when you
to go to
come
Cuba,
back,
yes,
you
I
were
did.
part of the program.
Yes, I
You
did.
can't
Yes,
tell
I
me
did.
nothing. It's just because of yes, so we there. We could have shoot
I
things
don't-
on your face. Blood upon the
Hold
one
on,
on the
hold
hand.
on, hold on.
Dujan,
Let me show
Dujan,
you.
on the
Let-
keep
hold
the
on,
money
let me
out for the
show you.
program.
Let me
Him
show you.
help organize the
Hello,
killing and the
take
murder
money out for the
of
program,
people
Let
at
me
Wall
show you.
Street.
Let me
Dujan,
show
if
you.
it was for a
Let me
dance at
show you.
Wall Street,
Ain't this
Dujan.
try something here?
Dujan.
Ain't this
Wait,
try
sir.
something?
Let
Ain't this
we
try
expose
something?
him, no Godson. Let we expose him. Mr. Ingram,
Ain't
kind of
this
slack.
try something? Ain't this try something here?
Anytime me see you,
Yeah, that's
God
me
ever
try
fix
something.
you, man. God ever fix you and your rest of friend
You
them.
say that put something in
And
my
God ever
face.
fix you.
You say that put something in my face. Ain't this me
A
try
lie, I
something?
tell. I never said that. Don't tell a lie. I never said
That's
that.
what me say.
No, that's how you hear. I never said
You
that.
say
Make
true,
Dujan
yes, sir.
replay the
You say
story.
true,
I
yes,
never
sir.
said
You
that.
say true, yes, sir. Make you put something in my face. That's what you say.
No, I never said that. I am said.
What-
I said.
what you say?
Let me repeat what
Yeah.
I say. It's because I yourself would have pushed the evidence in your face. The evidence. I said.
I'm sorry, man. I withdraw. Sorry.
Him lie, him lie, man. Ingram the lie, man. Now wicked.
I'm sorry.
Word my fire station, you go to business,
I
man.
misinterpreted. Sorry.
Not tap
I'm
to
sorry.
man, pane JP, man. Can't be a chat.
I misinterpreted.
Dujan.
Me sure
Dujan.
not.
Roll him off, man.
Hold on, no
Now
Godson.
I
Hold
want to have
on.
a man up there, a chat, man.
We have to have him, no, man. We have to have him,
No,
but
man, we don't want him,
Hold on, man. Hold on. Guess what? Listen. There are youths in Jamaica today that don't know about the Brigadista and the role that they played in the destruction of this nation. Godson, as an elder, know about it. Here we have Mr. Ingram, who played a pivotal part in it, a destructive part in it. It is time we educate the masses.
You laugh.
Call out Mr. Ingram in the wrongdoing. You know? Mr. Ingram, you
Dujan.
were-
Yo, you know, say every
Dujan.
platform ain't go make me strip. You know what that do?
Dujan.
Hey, who will make me see man?
If you know the amount of
you
young
man
men,
liar wicked man.
if you know
Like a
the amount of
PG.
young men who went to Cuba, and they are big, they are good, productive doctors. My doctor today is a trained doctor and he was trained in Cuba.
Running man off a program and make JP come up on the program. No want
Dujan,
them.
I asked you for the
Tell nobody, man.
extension and indulgence for the time, sir.
No, man, you have to have
Listen,
them
we
for
are
the
not
program.
saying that
No,
good
something like that. Yo, big man, I hear me.
Hold on the people. We are not saying that good persons didn't come from that program and do good things.
Yeah, man,
But
no make we
we got-
reason. Yeah, listen,
Dujan,
hold on, Godson. Let me just
Dujan.
interject something. Hold on, Godson. Listen, you see, when this politics thing over and done with after Andrew Wallace call the election, all of we including Mr. Ingram, a Jamaican, and we have a pass. We have a
Thank you
pass.
very much, sir. Thank you
We
very
must-
much.
We must
Thank you,
come together
Dujan.
now and talk
Yeah,
about
we don't
it.
say no
Yes,
more.
good.
That's why I
Back me
come
up
to
again,
program.
Mr. Ingram.
Sure,
You're
Dujan,
a big man.
Dujan.
Yo.
Yeah.
Him now go
Hold
pass
on.
like PAP them platform go talk, man. I just them a platform in
Hold
come
on,
from, man.
Sylvester.
Watch him for all
They don't want
angles,
to
man.
take over their platform.
Dujan,
We don't want him,
you
he
said
not go
something
for
a
no
while
PAP
ago.
platform because they don't want him, the man. Every GLP platform he come from, man. Yeah, watch him.
Sylvester, hold on, Sylvester, hold on.
Yeah, so they talk
Dujan,
about and me watch
I
for
understand what
man.
you're saying.
Sylvester, hold on, Sylvester. Go ahead,
Hold on,
Godson.
Sylvester.
Yo, something
I
good me see, man.
understand what you just says, Dujan, but you say you say labor rights always talk as Jamaicans and have empathy and sympathy when it comes to certain
No, we
things.
not
Just
no
like
empathy
you
and no
are do now.
sympathy for him, you know.
Just like what you are do now. There are some things that PNP would do just because of not them do it. Labor right now do it. And listen to me. Hold on.
Let's use these as a
It's a
teaching
green day.
moment.
You know about him and them, man. PAP them,
Hold
man.
on, people.
PAP them do no wrong in Jamaica yet, man. PAP don't do nothing that's wrong in Jamaica.
Brethren, Dujan say a lot of young people don't know about the Brigadista and some of the things that they would have done. Green Bay is Gold Street is one of them. Yeah? And it
What am I good?
was
What
a-
am I good
that
street?
was-
What am I good street? What am I good street?
Hold
You're
on,
gonna
Mr.
listen?
Ingram.
Are you going to
we
listen?
talk.
Are you going to listen? And behave as if you don't know? At Gold Street, a dance was in session. Yeah? There was this feelings disrespect that was done to the then Prime Minister at the time, Michael Manley, because Southside was a PNP enclave. But people start to learn and see what is happening and decide to make a change. It was even rumored that one time somebody hit the Prime Minister with a stone or a coconut bowl. And hell bent and carrying out vengeance have a clean up the place because with come hell high water, the place have to run by PNP. Because some time ago, DK Duncan said the PNP, they might do something to the constitution, the PNP run Jamaica for 100 years. Yeah? You get to understand that there was a list. But so be it, there was a dance at Gold Street. They were at a place named Orient Doors, a place that manufactured doors. An old place. Because Orient Doors would have moved out to an industrial complex next door to the bridge out Weymouth Drive right out there, sir. The dance was in session, yeah. Men all about. Every rifle, M16 rifle at the time, have a red clad tie around it, so you can identify that everybody is one. Right? So when them came up on the dance, them go in to one little gate, enter, do them thing. But by this time, people start to realize what happened and start to make them escape. Yes, retreat. So them now see what happened now and start fire shot widely. So the gate, the big gate, them a try kick it off, Dujan, by kicking it, but it now move. So the constant kicking them are kicking out, think it's a gate that can kick in, only to realize that the gate is a gate that slide because the constant movements, so them realize that the gate is a sliding gate. By the time them comes and slide the gate, you could have said about 99% of the people them gone. But 4 persons were shot and killed mercilessly. Persons were selected and said, oh, are you? People know who the selector was taken out of the sound owner was taken out because he was known. People know him and him spear him and others. But 4 of them were shot mercilessly. Mercilessly. If it wasn't for that dance,
the Gold Street massacre.
Right. If it was for that dance, One Love, Jesus, God Almighty, God of Daniel, man. I tell you, it would be nasty. A whole community would be wiped out. Yeah, I tell you. Even police come.
Good morning, gentle people.
Yeah, good morning. Even the Jamaican police couldn't even identify the spent shell. Yeah, I tell you. Couldn't identify. I think it was Trinity, one of the police who I say, aim something. You know, like you have to try to figure out something where you know. I tell you, brother, it was nasty. And all who was on that scene were trained brigadistas.
Mr. Ingram, were you there, Mr. Ingram?
Mr. Ingram, now
Led by Mr. Spalding.
Now I tell you.
Led by Mr. Spalding.
And then you are come and tell me, say you love the policies of the PNP. Green Bay was another one. Scrape up youths off of the street. Put him in an ambulance. The same Southside people, DUJON, take them to Green Bay.
Yeah, we love what that we
with the promise of jobs.
Yeah,
the
I
promise
like
of jobs.
And the people them are shut down the conversation. Sometimes the conversation they hard to have, but we must have them. You understand me?
Okay, DUJON.
All with the promise of jobs,
Yeah.
DUJON. Yeah, and when one of the contact person, when they reach on the firing range, and one of the contact person, them said to him, say, I kill off everybody and youth bodies. And say, road never go kill you now. And all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. DUJON, they say, after that night, the man them come back again and raid the community. DUJON, and you see, if you and your woman, they have a fight, and she scratch you up, you're gone.
I'm going
Tell you them to take off, Mr. Ingram, I'm not finished. Tell the youth them to take off them shirt and inspect them body. Because you know over Green Bay you have to go through the muck and the bush, the man them say you get scraped. The man them just scrape up the youth them and put them all like goat and pig and in the lorry them, the soldier lorry them. Gone with the youth them. All in the name of politics.
Godson.
Shoulder,
The captain.
you could have talked to
The
them
captain that was in charge. The captain that was in charge of that operation is still alive. He happens to be my friend.
Hey,
Fully political.
Mr. Ingram, are you aware of these things?
I know I heard about the Green Bay, but I never heard about the dance one I mentioned. I don't. First I hear about the dance one.
Check archive. Gold Street massacre.
I heard about the Green Bay issue. But
DUJON,
I heard about it from a different perspective.
The Green Bay. Yeah, me know. The Green Bay was when it happened. It was the second try, and it was successful. The first try, it never happened. Never get for real.
Only 2 escape from
You
Green Bay.
know what is interesting though. Anybody
No, man,
anybody who know me,
no, we have one
know say
survivor.
I don't put color on criminality. That's my I sing that every day.
You
Let me
can't
just
say
come
what
to
you
clear
want
something. Come in and stay on the life.
Ingram. The PNP have one mantra from day one till now.
Hello, one love now, make one love.
Yeah,
Here,
go
this one
ahead.
carry is coming out. Me not stay on the life. Dujon, don't make anybody, Mr. Ingram or anybody, mix up the doctors that go to Cuba go train. No Brigadista them go to Cuba go train as doctor. Them go train as in a guerrilla warfare. So don't mix it up and say your doctor went to Cuba, not as a Brigadista, to be trained. Mine is going to go train as a dentist too.
So John, you know, for take back the brother you upon your life, that me I tell you, blood upon them, show them come back one of them okey-dokey and them a Christian and them clean, them for go away. The murder we put the whole away of labor, the murder of the people, them family, relatives and friends, brother. Not for taking back upon the life, him for go away. I'm going to keep in the same time, I know where I go on.
Shame on you, Mr. Ingram. Shame on you. How dare you?
Dujon, let me encourage you, see?
Yeah.
That when you speak,
holy backside if you want.
no man, I'm encouraging you when you speak. Try and speak with some sense of truth here. Very important. Don't just go about and label people and
You
and
cannot
mud
stay
and
on the
still mud and
periphery
people
and
here.
a true word pan way. Me not eat that, me not dance. Me never got Cuba because you can't dance. We are talking with a sense of truth. I tell you already, I true when I want push up the evidence in your face. So England, you have to go away, blood up on your hand. Go away.
Yo, God,
I'm hearing something. I'm hearing something this morning. I'm hearing something this morning for the very first time.
Send me evidence, you know. Because I see not what Mr. Ingram doing ban from a platform, you know.
I'm hearing something for the very first time. I'm going live within the next half an hour, and I'm gonna raise the point again. If anybody know about this Brigadista program, and people got trained to come back, it is just unfortunate. One of the main thing the guys go to Cuba.
Mr. Ingram, if people go to Cuba, go change for the big doctor. How them become Brigadista?
One of the main things is, I think what happened Dujon, the program was named Brigadista. And you're trained for several different skills. Several skills you are trained in.
I want to Google where road Brigadista mean, Mr. Ingram, and tell you. You have a secondary device?
Dujon, you went say one he used the words one of the main thing. The training that was just a disguise. That was just a veil way of getting these people training paramilitary tactics and style and operatives. So we are saying, Mr. Greenham, we know this.
But several Cubans came here also. You remember that several came Monsieur Garvey in Clarendon and the next one
come on, man. Stop going like you insult people, man. Like people are intelligent, you know them as say, man. Cuba not be here because we have a
Can I tell you that all you are saying is absolute garbage? Can I tell you?
Yeah,
all you are saying is
listen if you say it long time. That's all you do, you come and Dujon like
all you are saying is
people like a stretch out to like hey, you know something, Dujon, I don't want to be disrespectful for your life. Yeah, that man they have blood on the shoulder. Take him off for your life.
Absolute garbage.
Training in guerrilla warfare, you will have to learn a majority of stuff. You'll have to learn electrician, you'll have to learn mechanic, you'll have to learn a very...
Any of you guys ever talk to one of these persons who could Cuba and come back? Any of you ever talk to anyone of them?
Have you ever spoken to one of them?
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. A whole heap of people.
All right. I want you to start.
Mr. Ingram. Go ahead.
I want you to start getting in touch with the person who went to Cuba and see what is happening to them now today.
Mr. Ingram, me say your name and call, you know, sir. Oh, God Almighty.
Dujon, I do not pay attention to rubbish, you know. I have more important thing to think about. I am my life my life is used for primary
Rubbish like
productive
the former
purposes.
prime minister where you revere.
Rubbish
Like the former prime minister where you revere.
when I come alive,
talk what you do Jamaican people like them, put them for idiot.
I come alive
Rubbish
to
like
defend
where
my
you the
party.
former prime
I
minister
don't
where
come
you
alive.
revere.
I don't come alive to denigrate. I don't come alive to denigrate and try to spell lies on anybody. I don't do that.
You denigrate people in many different kind of field where Mr. Ingram. I hear you a lot of time. And when you over the PNP like them, but pastor me hear you. You're a liar. Me hear you enough time. And you over there, you hear the people that chat shit and you not say nothing. And you know.
I don't know you. I don't remember speaking to you before. But
yes,
I think
man.
you're evil. I think you're evil.
Man, we speak to you already, man. You remember the live when I was telling you about Dojan?
People like you may avoid. May avoid people like
you. Never talked to you already about the NPEP program. When me asked about the NPEP program, you forgot the conversation there?
I don't recall.
Okay, you see, okay, good.
People like you may try.
Hello, Morgan. Morgan want come in.
Me try to avoid people like you.
Hello, Morgan, Mr. Ingram.
I don't understand why Dujan always entertain people like you, all wicked.
Well, I got some. It's a great conversation, man. And we get to conversate and talk about the issues of the past. Go ahead, Morgan.
Yeah, man, Mr. Ingram, may I listen to you, but I want to raise an issue with you because you sound like a supporter of the People's National Party. Therefore,
yes, I am, sir. I'm a proud supporter. A proud one.
In the 70s in Jamaica, they call it the Green Bay massacre. I don't know if you're aware of it. You sound like you're aware. But,
yes.
I would want to ask you, if in your heart, if what transpired, and if you don't know what transpired, I could share the information with you. If what transpired was a decent thing to do, and if it's regrettable, and if so, if it is something you endorsed.
You know, I remember distinctly about the Green Bay, and I think somebody made a comment to say, I don't know why they made the comment. They say no angels wasn't there.
Yeah, man, that was the minister. Of security at the time. Said
Thompson said so. Dudley Thompson.
I heard that. So yes, I heard that. And they said no, a comment like that should never be made because they were all Jamaican.
I have the comment on the problem. The comment on the least of the problem. It was the act itself, which I would hope that you would elaborate a little bit on. You sound like an elderly man in terms of age. Not elderly, but big enough man to be.
I don't have the details on it. I don't have the details.
And now you can investigate. There's one member still alive. One person escaped. I think he's still alive. Living at the east the same way.
Man, he's still alive. When we are with name Jadaba, we walk up and down a ton regular, man.
But what happened is that the JDF personnel came there in a VW van and pick up some people who they think were turning labor right in the PNP area there. And they took them to Green Bay so they might carry them on training for some job, some big job offer. And what they did was to put the men in a position where them circle them the army and then use the GPMG submachine gun and turn it on them and shoot them. Because they were influential people in that area of Kingston, which was a PNP enclave. And
no, Mr. Just to correct you, they were influential. Some youth were already, we say Rasta, Guto Thompson that used to play for Jamaica and play for Santos Football Club.
I thought the reason the PNP...
No, they weren't no political nothing.
All right.
They were nothing. There was some...
It was a massacre, then they correctly describe it. And then they have one little inquiry and nobody went to prison. Nothing happened out of that case, which was one of the most blatant and brutal acts in our free world country in Jamaica at the time.
Yeah.
And the whole world was upset over it. And Michael Manley at the time did not apologize formally. And I don't hear any supporters of the PNP bring up these issues now as if it was just put it on the carpet and leave it alone. I want you to address it and tell me if you think that was something respectful that the PNP did.
One thing I find strange though, because as I said, I don't have the details on it, and I heard it. I mentioned the comment I heard time and time again. I'll say this.
I suppose you have the details about
something. Allow me to speak. Allow me to speak. I heard about it, and I heard the comment that I made, but I find it strange that there were no inquiry of any sort in the matter.
Yeah, man, there was an inquiry.
To bring people to justice, because as I said before, I talk every day. When it comes to criminality, when it comes for me, criminality, I don't get any color. If you're a criminal and you're a PMP, you're a criminal. If you're a criminal and you're a GLP, you're a criminal. That's how I talk.
I don't connect with that now. I don't connect with that. But we ain't connected that now.
Let me answer one question then. Let me answer the final question. If it is true, if after you do your research and you find that it did in fact happen, and these guys died, innocent people were killed in Green Bay, would you agree then that Michael Manley is there for a criminal?
Michael Manley, he was there too?
That was the initiative of the PNP, sir. It couldn't happen without him.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, be careful when you ascribe things that people like that doing because
No, man,
I
if you're-
have known.
Man ask a
Hold on
question,
now.
man. Man ask a
If you're-
question.
I have
you're
known.
not-
I have
you're not
known
in the
of.
question I'm asking. You're not in the question
No.
I'm asking. I'm asking you again.
No, I'm
If you were to
saying to you,
find
sir.
out-
No, I'm saying to you. I could not answer. I could not make a prediction like that. You're asking me to do because I don't know about the evidence that would have linked Mike and Manny to that incident.
Well, Mr. Ingram, his name was called several times in the inquiry.
Good morning, everybody. Morning, Jamaica.
Morning.
I don't want to get some clarification on this. And some of the issues I was in the box for quite some time listening and typing in the comment section. I realize that a lot of persons don't know the facts. I'm a former member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I joined the police force in the late 1970s.
I'm a member myself.
Yeah, the Green Bay issue was in, and I realized that a lot of people don't understand what happened at Green Bay. First of all, the same man Dudley Thompson who said no angels died at Green Bay, I heard him in my 2 years on national television in tears before he died.
I heard him too.
You heard the interview?
Yeah, man.
And he apologized for the Green Bay.
Yeah, man, he regretted it. That's the only person I know that regretted the incident.
Yes, he's the former Minister of National Security.
Yes.
He was the Minister of National Security at the time of Green Bay. Right? He apologized on national television.
I think in the 90s he died.
He died when he was I think 95 years old. He lived until 95 years old.
Yeah, man.
So it was actually knocking on heaven's door. That's
Well, I can't make that call. That's a call that God has to make.
Yes.
God alone. I don't touch people. And I know, as a Christian myself, I know, as a follower of Christ, I know that if he genuinely confesses of his sin and seek forgiveness, the forgiving, loving, caring God that I serve will forgive him.
I believe
so
that.
I can't open my heart at this stage.
I believe that too.
Let me just give some perspective on the Green Bay issue.
So there was no investigation that lead to any criminal charge and nothing. Because I honestly didn't follow it up.
No, I would love if you guys would listen and the questions could come after.
Yeah, man.
What I do when I'm on this platform, I sit and I listen and I make notes so that I can come and discuss the issues in a way that everybody can understand.
Go ahead and give your account.
So, the Prime Minister of the country is the Minister of Defense. That has been the case all along. What happened before the actual Green Bay issue took place is that men from MIU, Military Intelligence Unit, were in, by the way, the men who were unalived at Green Bay are all from the JLP enclave of Southside, which was at the time in a PNP constituency. The member of parliament at the time was Michael Manley.
Okay.
So get this straight now. So the military was used. The MIU, is the elite part of the military. To go down in Green Bay for months they were down there, spending money. We didn't get those resources from. They were spending money and befriending the youth them down there and winning over their confidence. And then they told them that they will get work for them. And these things are documented. You don't have to listen to me.
I know that.
It's on the internet. It's on the internet, you know. So you don't have to listen to what I'm saying. Because you might say, I come here to support a particular side.
Connecting that you're talking the truth. The same set
I
go.
don't want anybody to listen to me.
Same set go.
Ask yourself.
Connecting that, sir. Same set go. Same thing where you say.
So listen to me now.
Sir.
Listen to me now. The first question I ask is, how come the Minister of Defense, something like that happened, and the Minister of Defense didn't know about it? If he's saying that he didn't know, he should be, the doctrine of collective responsibility dictates and demands that he should be held squarely held accountable as the man in charge of the military. Yes, he should be held accountable. Right? So now, and this day now, that it wasn't supposed to be 10 of them. It's a truck in that, somebody says some VW bus. No, it's a truck they sent for them, you know. Because it was supposed to be a lot of them, you know.
Connecting. They left in an ambulance. They left in an ambulance.
I read that.
Experience is teaching it. I'm not telling about that hearsay.
No, man,
they left.
I'm going to that I'm not going to challenge it.
Yeah, I understand. But I tell you.
Because I think that's what I read.
Yeah, well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that may well be in the article. So, but if you are saying it's a bus, fine. Number of them were supposed to be taken to Green Bay. But get the people suspicious. So some of them never go. 10 of them went. Now, Moti Perkins, in his reporting on the Green Bay issue, said that one of the senior officers on the ground.
The Pussy man.
Eh?
The Pussy man, then call it.
Pussy man, yeah. It looked like him never totally agree with it. So what
you connecting while you taught the things? Go ahead, sir. Continue.
No, man. No, I tell you say no. Because I say me intelligent gathering. So me know exactly.
Yes, man. Go ahead, man. You taught the things, man.
Yeah. So it's like he never agreed with it. So he might took him sound an alarm when he reach there. And some of them pick it up and man decide to dash. Some man find wing.
Something I tell them.
Some man find wing. So man jump in a sea. One man run through some cactus.
Yeah, man. I've cut up.
Why labor rights don't have to shut down conversation, so we have a teaching moment now. I don't want to shut down conversation and run with Ingram. See, we have to learn to dialogue with people. Go ahead, my boss.
That is what we should do. I don't hate nobody. I can't hate anybody. I don't have no ill feelings to nobody because I'm a follower. I'm a disciple of Christ. Right. And I can't come to no platform and tell no life, no mileage to nobody. And nothing to that. What I speak, you can fact check it. And the people, somebody said one of the man is still alive today. Yes,
I said it.
Yeah, man, that's a fact.
Man, he's still alive.
That man is still.
All right, hold on a little. I'm going to give a little history about him. When he escape, when he got down the hill, if he go to the sea, the way the man organize the thing, them employ fishermen to pick up back anybody and leave by sea.
Yeah.
The man they're gonna come from Greenwich Farm. It was a man, a well-known man on the Greenwich Farm beach, named Carl. Make them never hold on upon him.
Then carry him home safely.
Thank you very much. Continue, Mr.
I never know that part of it.
All right. So, I know me say so, him say so.
5 were unalive and 5 escape.
Yeah, 10 of them, but it should have been 20 in the first instance.
Aye, but some man say, boy, they not such a thing.
And them woman make them not go too.
Yes. So, all they get around, get a man and say, boy, some man go on for and we see what happen. And you know, that they came back down there, the military came back down there to search for them,
Same thing we tell them.
The military came back in the community. These people were from south side. Now, the name of the constituency at the time was East Central.
Yes. So what,
East Central Kingston, what was the official response to that was the nation was told about it?
Well, I don't know.
Gunmen. They surprised some gunmen at the finery.
Yes, that's blah, 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 blah. You're right. You're perfectly right.
Yeah. It's a Ingram. It's a Ingram, the cleaner of all the archives,
Well,
read it.
Not in detail like how you get it here. And
look here.
Connecting the dots, I call back for you. The captain that was in charge of the operation is my best friend right now. He's still alive.
I have no concern about that. I have absolute no concern about that. Bring him, make him come on the live. Make him come on.
No, he's not gonna come because I'm still kind of loyal to him party.
He can't come here, so.
I'm still kind of loyal to him party.
Yeah, man, I'm not going to start that.
He can't come here, so.
Just like how Ingram loyal to the party and I want to.
No, I don't business who want loyal to what, I don't business who want what they say. The PM at the time was the member of parliament for the constituency of East Central.
Yes, I was in place.
And what I can tell you from personal experience, because I was stationed in the constituency, I was at the Kingston Eastern Division at Ellis Road Police Station. He was losing ground rapidly. I can tell you that. As a matter of fact, he barely won the seat in 1980. Right? So there's a school of thought that what happened at Green Bay was what is known as ethnic cleansing, where you move out the opponent. That's something like what happened in our constituency where Omar when I born birthday. Ethnic cleansing, they burn out and kill it. It happened all over Kingston.
Everything that you say connecting it that is in line with what that gentleman sit down and tell me. You know, when else him tell me to? The operation that shot Mike Henry and me was the same team from the MIU.
So what you know? I have seen in my decades in law enforcement where the orange people use the security forces to either regain or retain state power. I have seen that in Night Wire, and they use the security forces to do that. 1976, that typical example.
And you are saying you see the JLP use the PMP use the security forces to gain state power.
I am saying that the Orange Army. I'm saying that.
You
have said the PMP
more than one time.
You have not seen the JLP use this. Forget that though.
Absolutely not. I have never seen that.
Never seen that.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
If you
The PNP always control the police federation.
Gentlemen,
if you
there's no longer.
put up the evidence.
Gentlemen, there's no
The
longer.
PNP always control the police federation.
Let me give evidence.
Gentlemen, the last known PNP we had was the PNP leader we had was Dr. Peter Phillips. Since Mark Golding took over the People's National Party, it has morphed now into the People's National Criminal Organization. It is no longer PNP. It's the PNCO now. I must refer to it as that.
Well, since you got here, I'm going to get evidence, you know, where the PNP use. I can give an abundance of evidence. I can give you that as a former member of the JCF. In 1976.
But you came here and say you're a Christian person, you know. Remember you said that?
No, man, you can hold me to that, you know. You can hold me to that.
Okay.
Hold me to that. I want you to hold me to that.
Because I have seen where both political parties use the police force to their advantage. I have seen that.
Give me your example, Mr. Ingram.
One second.
And I
want to remind you what I say. I want to remind you what I say.
I have also served 9 years. I also served in a very critical era too, where I get a lot of information. I served 9 years in the Department of Correctional Services, so I'm very familiar with a lot of information also.
Hold on, man. You are making broad statements. This is how come arguing.
Excuse me, Mr. Connecting. Excuse me, Connecting. Let me ask Mr. Ingram this question. Can you tell us or show us evidence where the Jamaica Labour Party has done anything with the military or the police, like with the PNP do? Mr. Ingram, can you?
I can give you details. I can give you several details.
Please.
There are so many instances. There's a famous instance on Marcus Garvey Drive.
Tell us about this one.
We are talking about.
A famous, a very interesting episode on Marcus Garvey Drive.
Is Claudius Massacre you talk about?
No, man. I obviously that. It has to be that.
You can't come here as a defender of the Labour Party and trying to.
Which party was in power? Which party was in power? Which party was in power?
You come here and trying to tell people that you're a Christian man.
What party was in power when Massacre?
I will not.
Which party was in power during that incident?
I am proud, sir, to declare that I have accepted Jesus Christ as my personal savior, and I'm walking that pathway already. And I've never said it before, you know, because you know what I do? I don't use these things. I know it's not my works. I know it is not my works lest any man should
It didn't have anything to do with
I
getting
don't
back
go
state.
there. I don't go there.
It have to do with crime.
For you to come here.
You're trying to come here and try to use the super voice.
For you to come here.
himself more and more.
For you to come here and try to say that the PMP is the only party.
Just allow him to sink himself and lose credibility. Godson.
If you to come here and say it is only the PMP party, it's only the PMP party that use police and soldier to gain staying power. You're being very dishonest.
But tell me, I want you to tell me. What I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me one incident that the Labour Party has used the security forces to gain or retain state power.
I served 9 years. I served 9 years as a prison officer, and I've known a lot.
I don't ask you that, you know. I ask you to give us one instance. One instance.
I didn't ask you. I did not ask a policeman.
Ingram, you said to us once that you served time. You never say you was an officer. You say you did 9 years. You say you was a prisoner.
No, but another thing still.
It's a connecting. He never said that today, sir. He said to us another live. Yes, he was a 9-year convict.
All right.
Allow him to tell us. I would love to hear from him. In one occasion, just one.
So you know he must be a correctional officer.
That the JLP has used the security forces to regain our retain. Just tell us
what I'm saying to you, sir. I will not come here as an activist and tell you that the JLP is the only party that use the police to their advantage.
I don't ask you that. Answer the question I asked.
Still now answer the question.
Answer the question.
Hold the question. What does the Marcus drive incident has to do with state power?
How has the JLP used the security forces to gain state power? Tell us that.
Yeah, what the JLP
that is one. That is one thing I wanted to answer. And don't make him move on that. Make him tell us that.
You came here as an activist.
Mr. Ingram, the gentleman outlined how the PMP did it. I know you're saying that it is both ways. No, it is for you now to defend your argument by providing the data or point to the data that shows that, look, this was also done by the GLP. The men, hold on, sir. The gentlemen themselves, Mr. Ingram, the gentlemen alluded to this the scenario.
That the
Mr.
PMP is the only party.
Are you speaking from a fictitious standpoint?
To gain state power. He's a disingenuous, dishonest person.
Connecting it as
cite an incident then. Cite an incident
police, but there is one more.
Mr. Ingram.
There is one more time that the PMP use it subtly.
My argument, sir.
But we're not finished yet, you know. What Ingram
I do not put up
what exactly now. Ingram wants to show the discussion.
Morning, gentlemen.
I do not put a color on criminality. I don't.
Mr. Ingram. Hold on.
Ingram is allowing Ingram to control the narrative, and he doesn't want the people comrades don't like truth, you know. And I was not finished. And you are allowing him.
Finish.
I wasn't finished.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and finish.
I was giving you the example of 1976. How the security forces were used.
In the state of emergency.
In the state of emergency.
Yes.
And that caused the PMP to have won an election that they would not have won, they would have lost.
And you know why the state of emergency was called?
Hold on, man. Hold on. Wait. Just a minute. Let me finish.
Made in Montego Bay and the PNP. Now what the announcement make so they can stop every movement and deliver.
Hold on. Let me finish this. Develop this point. The incumbent Minister of National Security of the day, one Kibelman, signed blank detention orders. Blank detention orders.
I am aware of that. I am aware of that.
Hold on, man. Let me finish. And gave it to their surrogates in the security forces. And they would go around and fill in the names. The comrades would show them, point out the labor rights. And they would fill in the names of these persons in the blank detention orders, and they were detained. Babsy Granger and Pernell Charles were detained. But you know them smart? They actually detained one or two comrades, you know, including George Spang. We kept making it look genuine. And they locked up election day workers and release them after the poll was closed. The JLP had no chance. Because if you lock up a candidate, a potential candidate, you can't win no election. And they won an election that the PMP would have lost. They come back again and they invaded Tivoli Gardens twice, 97 and 2001, to demonize Edward Tiaga. And well, I tell you something, I'm going to be very honest, I don't think that the JLP would have won 97, even without the invasion. But the partisan is a political animal, you know. I hear him come chatting rubbish. I cannot rubbish now. But
with all respect, hold on, Mr. Connecting. Hold on, before you go further. Tell them, say, after the state of emergency, when them scrape up all of the top brass, some of the top brass are the labor rights, them, including Babsy, Stevenson,
yes,
Colonel Charles, and others, that after that was finished, just to win the election, that there was a commission of inquiry into the state of emergency.
There was.
And the leader of the camp and the JDF and the leader of the JCF, which you should know, said that they knew nothing about what Michael Manley was talking about.
Both the JCF and the JDF.
Being the reason
Both the JCF and the JDF.
Yes, to call.
Yes.
Who was
yes,
the leader
that's
of the JCF at the time? Who was the leader?
I think it was Basil Robinson. I don't remember. I wasn't in the organization.
He being the commissioner. Yeah, he being the commissioner of police.
I think it would have been Basil Robinson.
JDF. Right, said they knew nothing about the reason what Michael Manley said. We have to use to call the state of emergency. They knew nothing about that. So it was all just called just to win an election. And this man cannot cite one reason. He made mention about Marcus Garvey Drive. Marcus Garvey Drive incident didn't have anything to do with state power.
Well, I'm almost sure
know that.
Marcus Garvey Drive situation happened when the PMP was in power. You know? But that is why they
connecting the dots. Connecting the dots. 1993. PJ did it 1993 too, you know, when you raised police salary by 85%, you know, my father turned to me and said, yes, the PMP has won the election one more time via the police. 1993. 85% increase to the police. Want to go check the records?
No man, I was in the force at that time, so it was 80% and 120%. 120%. 80 and 60. 80 in the first year and 60 in the second year. What you call an arbitration. You share Trevor Monroe and Professor Ariaga.
Connecting the dots. Connecting the dots. Tell Mr. Ingram for me that you have never have a head of the police federation who is a JLP or neutral. You have to be a PMP activist.
But I am a former general secretary of the PMP. I'm a former general secretary of the police federation, you know. And I never used my office only. I was supporting the Labour Party and I would not. Rowan James came there, Rowan James, who was a comrade, and tell me say I'm a PMP activist. I assisted him. Me personally assisted him over and beyond what he asked for. And I went there after for his assistance and he introduced me under the bus. Rowan James. So let me tell you something. PMP no good. Them just so good for this country, them bad for this country, and the people of Jamaica have to make a choice. I think this is one of the most consequential elections is the one coming up, you know. Can tell you that, you know. Because if the people put back this country in a PMP and again, as they did in 72 and 89, when the country was on a path, as it is on a clear path now, to become a first world country. Jamaica, quote me on this, I hope I live to see it. It's clearly on a path to becoming a first world country under the leadership of Andrew Michael Holness. And if the people will make the cardinal mistake and put it back, especially in a Mark Jefferson goal in hand, dog nyam with supper, and that's if you have supper for dog nyam. Take that from me. You know, I don't want it to appear that I am against them. No. But what they have this habit for after they wreck the place and destroy.
You come here as a full activist and listen when you come here as.
No, I'm hold on. Let me answer that.
Full activist.
Hold on. Let me explain something to you. Hold on. Let me tell you something.
Boy,
I am a proud supporter of the Labour Party. I have no quick qualms about that. I'm a very proud supporter of the Labour Party.
I'm different from you. I call criminals. I
want support to the PNP. I want support to the PNP. I am from a strong PNP background. And I was a strong PNP supporter, as I am a strong supporter of the Labour Party now. But when I saw Michael Manley,
I am not flip-flop. I'm always a supporter of the PNP.
No, but I don't support criminality, brother.
I am not flip-flop.
I can't support criminality.
I call criminals.
Yes, you call it PNP criminal?
Man,
I call all criminals. That's me.
You say you're a Christian.
Mr. Ingram.
If you have an open
Ingram,
mind,
the
I
statistics
Bible.
The record is there, you see? Why is it we have 17 garrison and the PNP have 12 out of the 17? Why? You're
activists. You're straight activists.
What? To say there is 17 garrison? And the PNP controls 12? That is not that has nothing to do with activists.
Continue to mute my mic.
No man, your motive
you
come here as comment.
And the radio station can tell you.
So all right now, I want to touch the Brigadista program now and explain to you what I saw as a policeman. And I would like to tell Mr. Ingram why I'm no longer a supporter of the party that he supports. I want to do two things, and then I can hand over my mind.
No, just tell me, just talk.
Yeah man, I'm here to school you man. You sit at the front of the class.
You Mr. Connecting. You hear the man feel disrespectful? You hear him? You hear him sound?
No man, that's your DNA, you know. That's in their DNA to be disrespectful and to be rude to others. I don't come here to be rude to nobody. That's not in my...
Bossy.
I said don't school me.
Bossy.
Just talk.
Ignore the man and say what you say.
Connecting. Ignore him, but enough people are
Don't school me, just talk. Don't school me.
I ignore that either, brother.
I swear to David, I was posted to the Ellison police station when I graduated from training. Who was a member of parliament out there? Michael Mandy. It was at that time the constituency was East Central Kingston.
Oh, you're so unfortunate.
No man, I got saved me man. I got himself. I work. I got this because I probably would be still blindfolded today. I would know what I was supporting because I don't support a party that is an. By the way, let me say this.
Who's on the platform muting my mic every time?
The Labour Party has issues of corruption as well. I'm prepared to say that. The difference is that the leadership of the Labour Party is not in agreement with it, as we have seen in the last few years.
What's your view on the Prime Minister statutory declaration not certified? What's your view on that?
Rubbish. Current nonsense.
Connecting. Don't make him throw you. Go back to Spider.
Don't make him change the narrative.
That is what he said.
Go back where he did, boss. Go back where he did.
When I
landed set up a school, but he might ask you a question.
Yes. Go back where he did, brother. Go back where he did. Don't get that with him.
When I was transferred to East Kingston.
Call a spade, man. Call a spade.
I came. First thing they tell me now, as a young
brother. Let them kick him off. Go on, talk here,
the first thing they tell me as a young policeman, the seniors tell me, say, look here, you see if you go down and shoot a gunman in a PMP here, make sure so you find the gun because murder can't miss you. That is the abrasive stance that the PMP take against police, you know. Except those who are supporting them. They would cover for those who are supporting them. Because they use them to do illegal stuff. They can't use me because my mother not grow me so. I wasn't brought and bred that way. So then say, if you shoot a gunman over there, make sure you find the weapon. And I have seen where, by the way, I had to run from gunmen multiple times. Not me alone. Police are all over Kingston. Because we never had the resources. We never had. The gunmen had 16, while we had 6 shooters. You understand? Me run enough time. I'm not ashamed to talk. Me get up and run to save my life. But sometimes you have to put yourself at risk just to recover the fire stick to make sure that you're not charged. Right? When I used to go in the areas controlled by Joshua, and when I saw how those men were operating in shootouts, first thing they do is shoot out the street lights. So you are in darkness. They remove the where's up name? The metals from across the road. Recover the drainage. The manhole covers. They remove them.
Drainage cover.
They remove them. So if you know don't move, you're going to jump on your front end, cut off inside it. And then come and rob you and shoot you and whatever they might do. And ask you which party you support. Well, I tell you something, that you something on the next side too. So it was all out war against PMP and JLP. That's the Mark Golden trying to bring back now. It was a all-out war in 1980. And when I used to say, these fellas used to like, when no matter what places like McIntyre and Dunkirk, Bray Street, Brighton Street, Wild Street, York Street, all of them places. That was that era, Warwick Island, I used to do Eastern Patrol, all of Eastern Kingston. And every PMP you're going, you see this kind of maneuvering.
All right, Mr. Connecting, like
yes.
how you're talking about patrolling, tell the audience about the gang name, Gang 69. Remember Gang 69?
That's before my time.
The very first political aligned gang in
No man, before my time. I can't speak to that. And I have to be honest.
Are the same Spanglers them man? The same Spanglers them man on a matches lane man.
Well, we know about Spanglers.
Godson. Him in a flow, you know. Godson, him in a flow, you know. If you have the information, just wait till
it's done, man. That's what I do, you know. I jot down information, I get a pen and paper, and I jot down what I have to discuss and to debunk. I don't come in because it can be very disconcerting. You could lose the train of thought. Anyway, I was making the point.
Yeah, man. But
I used to say
it was in the line of way. Okay,
I used to say military type maneuvering when we come across these gunmen in the PMP strongholds. They used to light up some material. I don't know what it was, but it used to create thick black smoke. And they must have to learn these paramilitary type, guerrilla warfare type operation. They were moving like how I was trained and better. Where them get the training? They must go back. It has to be military training. You know. You understand? So when I hear somebody come and talk, I face them, and I can come here. Thanks be to God, 45 years after, and say this is what I faced. We never faced that in the. As a matter of fact, I can tell you, the labor rights were never hostile to the police. They were more helpful to the police. And we also go in a labor right here, because some time they accuse me, say Michael man they send me. And we go in a PMP here, they say Rand Peralta send me. So we never used to be partial, we're not biased, we're not partial to nobody. We are police first, we are Jamaican first, then we are police and we support a political party. That's the year I changed from PMP, 1980. I'm going to tell you why I changed. It's very important that I tell you why I changed. Apart from some things that I saw, for example, a fellow was hit by the security forces in the constituency, right? And I think it was Brighton Street. And the officers had to take with themselves, grab the gun and run, because fireworks start. Serious fireworks. They were outgunned and outnumbered. So the four officers had to retreat. And we went back up there. The DSP rounded up 53 personnel. And we have to run again. Because the man had like 16 after we not have that. You know what the minister said? The incumbent minister, same Dudley Thompson, you know what he say? 16s were not designed to be fired in built-up here. And this was after the 16s were featured at Gold Street, you know. So we know that men were using 16s at the security forces. And the man not giving on. It was Siaga when he won 1980 that set to work and send people in training. And that is why the murder rate came down from almost 1,000 in 1980 to 400. You never see a murder rate past 500. In the 80 full years that Siaga spent there, the murder rate remained 400. 1988 was his last year, and the murder rate was 404. As the PMP come back, it started go up. As the PMP come back 89, in the first 10 months, it go up. By 1990, the first full year, it passed 500 for the first time since they left office. And that trajectory continued until it peaked at 1,674 under PJ Patterson. 1,674. That is what the PMP is for. Corruption, crime, murders, and we rolled it. That is what they're good for. So now, the Brigadista program, in my view, and I never go to Cuba. But by the way, there's a book written, you know, The Road Not Taken, you know, by one former member of that team. The Road Not Taken, the road in man, they make a mind, no, this is not good. And he wrote a book about it. So the comrades can go look up the book, go up on Amazon and go get download the book. The Road Not Taken, written by a Brigadista. So you don't have to come here. Come ask man if they go on Brigadista program. A member of that team who was sent there come back and the Jamaica and the flag kicking him. And he said, no, sir, I can't do this. And he wrote a book instead and let us know what happened there. So nobody has to come here 40 odd years after, I ask people if you did go up on Brigadista program. You don't have to go. The people who go now go talk. But one person was honest and wrote a book about it, a whole book about it. Now I want to tell you now, after that shooting, in which we had to run 2 times, 2 times we have to run. I mean, I should tell you, me get up like thief. One policeman was shot the night. And the Prime Minister came to the area the following morning. I feel in place, you know, so he come in the area and he saw some of the security forces and we went with him on a walk. And he walked through the constituency and he come back. And he had a meeting at the constituency office. The constituency office was right, that road, a wild street name, where Michael Manley Market is. First left-hand turn after you leave the stoplight at Ellis Road and we know road and go east.
Right at Del Macala.
Del Macala. I saw a place name, yes man. We couldn't remember any name of our scheme. And it was inside that community there. And he went inside the office and he had a closed door meeting with some of the supporters. I can't tell you what was discussed inside. And then he come out. One thing I can't tell you what him do, you know. One thing I can't tell you what him, you know. It's like how me and Matley can't talk. Me and Matley, Michael make me and Matley look like nothing pan speech. Him good pan speech. Him the best pan speech. And that's what he used to trick the people them. Right? Sweet talking, beautiful speaking. And he come out and he make a strong speech and him say, you know, can't him nobody, you know. Him very smart too. Him say the security forces have to find a way to close wrongs with the citizens. And the citizens have to find a way to interact with the force and, you know, and hostility. And again, I could talk. But there was a fellow there who looked like he never agree. One of his supporters never agree with what he was saying. Come see my pop up in face and I say, him look back so. And indeed I'm a grumble, but I can't hear him say. And when he realized that the man nah say where he want in the ear, him say, you can't go and talk, you know. See labor right soup there. You carry one whole man come over, man run on the place like man I idiot, you know. You think I know man I tell us the man want a bigger gun. So me turn up there, the time I PMP, you know. I turn up and I say, you know, let me tell you something, you know. We can use me intelligence, you know. I mean I say bigger gun in my head. That means at least he knows they have gun or if I know him give them gun. And at that time, there was a narrative that both sides should gun. That narrative was out there. So, anyway, he rush after the brother. Take that from me, he run on the brother, you know. And back in years, he turn red and he hold him face and the brother run up the step there. And he run after him and some comrade run him and hold him and he came back. And he calm down quickly because he realized, no, this is inappropriate. And he call the comrade and then trash it out back and shake and bridging up again and he gone. But me still a comrade, because you know, once when you turn comrade, you know, it's like something happen to your brain, you know. I can't tell you that, you know. It's like something plant in your brain. I can't tell you that, because no matter what me see. So even though me see the movement, the Brigadista kind of movement and the girl or whatever, me still a comrade. But what happened? That brought the straw that brought the camel's back. A policeman was stabbed multiple times in DK Duncan's constituency. Policeman from raiding squad. At that time, the only squad in Jamaica that carried rifle was the raiding squad. And when the man come in the brother, I'm weeping and mourning, I can't tell you that. They had a SLR. All of them were armed with sidearms and 38, but they had SLR, with the army used to use. And it looked like one of the officers wandered from the group and thugs stabbed him multiple times and relieved him of his weapon. I was very upset about that. I love my colleagues. I like me say me a Jamaican and police before me and no politician. Me don't love no politics over my country and my people them. Me not do that. That's why I couldn't support PNP. Because PNP is about personality, about put people first. But which them I tell you which people them put first, you know, but me I tell you say them put for them people first. Then they put country over people, for them people. And they stab up the policeman, take away a gun. And I was sad about it. As a young policeman, I was very sad about it. Very sad about it, because my colleague get hurt. Matter of fact, at that time, I was not in a position to differentiate that it was a political, a PNP enclave he was stabbed. I didn't know Kings. I'm a country boy, you know. So I just come at home and I try to know the place. I work at some place. I up and down the place. I do my girl, man, whatever I do. But we never know, say, it was a JLP enclave, where a PNP enclave. So that never mattered to me. Just that I think the police get stabbed up. It was on the news, the 7 o'clock news. JBC TV was the only TV station. We had 2 radio stations, RJR and JBC. And we also had 1 TV station, JBC. So me reach home the night, as me normally do if me not work, and me turn on me little black and white TV. And me watching news. It was the lead news. I think Dennis Hall was the presenter, the host. And he spoke about it, and then he put he get a reporter on the road to talk about it. And the reporter brought in Michael Manley. And when Michael Manley started talking, him talk powerfully and convincing, you know. A policeman was drunk. Well, the first thing he said, today something very unfortunate happened in the constituency of Comrade E.K. Duncan. A policeman was drunk and behaving disorderly, and he abandoned his rifle. My supporters protected his rifle and has handed it over to me at party headquarters. I have since handed it over to the police commissioner, and I want to make this very clear. I don't take orders from the security forces. As a matter of fact, I give them orders, and these are my orders, and it's out to name out. That no comrade should be roughed up unreasonably, no laborer should be roughed up. A big speech, you know, kind of full of that, you know. He can't speak. And I say, no, man. Me confused. I'm going to go to Woman on TV. I watch some more news. I was very upset. Because in my little young, confused brain, I said to myself, no. So what happened to the police? I threatened him. I promotion them, promise him. How the commissioner of police, who had gotten the report of what happened, how him not come out and say nothing and counteract that. And for days, I said, no, sir. I can't continue to support this. I have a conscience. And my same parents, them, who would have followed to support the PNP, they taught me decency. They taught me honesty and integrity, and they were the ones who allowed me to have a clear conscience. They were the ones who opened the Bible to me and allowed me to have an open mind. And I said, no, I can't support this. And I go home and said to my mother, I said, Mama, you know, so you can't vote for PNP. My mother cried, leave me eye water when me tell her that. And she walk away. You hear me say? When me say, you know who me then talk about? I know Michael Man then talk about, you know. Then talk about Daddy Man Lee. Because that's where I come from, you know, Daddy Man, the PNP them, you know. You understand? And, you know, shortly after, my mother was literate, you know. Mother could read and write. And she come back to me and she said, my son, me say you go to good school and you're sensible. And you're a policeman now. And you must have seen something me not see. So she said, I can't go to the poll, because I go to the poll, I go vote for them. I don't know nothing else. So I now go. And say, I now go to the poll. And she don't go to the poll. Well, you know, she 89 and gone back. But that was the straw for me. I saw the dishonesty. And like I said to you before, I would not come here to make out the Jamaica Labour Party into a paragon of virtue. They have their own challenges. But what I have noticed is that they have showed the will to deal with the issues that arise as they arise. Nobody can fault Andrew Holness that he has not dealt with the corruption issue. I want to touch quickly on the no, I am saying to you that I have seen where the PNP cram up the police force within surrogate from top to bottom. And these people who are there try to recruit us, try to recruit the lower ranks. Because that's how you get your promotion, you know. Yeah, man. If the soup come and say, if one of your squad they go tell the soups, you know, say, boy, I'm not going to support the Labour Party. You're not going to promotion, but me don't care, me no business. I know them hold my promotion. I got hold my promotion. Me don't care about them and that. So if you want to go forward, you know, you might be inclined to want to go by what them say. And that is what I saw in there. And I am saying to Jamaica today, if the PNP knowingly cram up the security forces, because they would have to have their surrogates that they gave those blank detention orders, you know. Those blank detention orders. And they go in the constituencies and the PNP activists now would help them to fill the blank space and then Labour had to be run up and down like criminals. You can't go on a poll go vote. You have to go hide. So the PNP must win that election. So if you set up your surrogates in the police force and the JDF, why would they spare the judiciary? Why wouldn't they do the same thing in the judiciary and the IC and places like that? So that what you call statutory declaration for the Prime Minister After, as a farmer, I'm a farmer detective, you know. After you carry out intensive investigation in a case for years, you call external forensic audit, pay them $36 million Jamaican hard-earned money. And at the end of the day, them came up empty-handed. All you could have referred the Prime Minister to charge for, because you want to give the opposition a voice, is 4 bank accounts that did not belong to him. 2 of his mother. I wonder if Jamaica understand what I say now. 2 of the bank accounts belong to his mother. 1 was taken out when Andrew was 2-year-old, 1974, in 1972. And the mother took out the account and put his name on it. 1 was in his father's name. And the other one was in his constituency manager. And that manager resigned 20 years ago before the report came. And the account obviously was down. $800 was in that account. 800 Jamaican dollar, you know. There is no evidence. He could have 100 bank account. There is no evidence. They didn't find any evidence to say the man passed money. And they have all the IC, you know. They give them the power to investigate and lock up anybody. They could have charged anybody who refused to give them information, you know. And all them could have said, they refer him. Obviously, when he was writing up his statutory declaration, he didn't remember these 4 accounts. Man, a Prime Minister. Oh, you remember account where inactive for 20 years? And the woman left the office 20 years. You remember that? That's your mind. Your mother will take out the account for you when you had 2. So when they ask him about it, he said, no, I don't have no account. And that's a natural response. And they knew. And that is why, you can imagine if this girl, Kamika, if she was not a professional, they would have charged the PM. And he could not survive a charge, you know. If they charge him, he might resign, you know. Because they realize that he is their nemesis. In other words, Van Andrew did the PMP can't win. So the plot was to get rid of him. And the Jamaican people, you know, there's an expression that I always use, you know. I always borrow this phrase by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Either you think or others have to think for you and take power from you. Like I said, it's not my quote. I'm associating to F. Scott Fitzgerald. People have to begin to become independent and critical thinkers. It's difficult to follow the PMP, you know, because them dash all kind of something out, you know. But are pure lies. And when one lie lose traction, then dash the next one. And then what the people, we run with it. So the IC, obviously, is the report of the IC is out there to muddy the water, so to speak. You understand? And I am, you know, my greatest disappointment is in one of the big man down there. Well, he's not there anymore, I'm glad. I met him 44 years ago. 44 years ago. And as far as I am concerned, up until that running with the IC, he was one of the most respected and most honest man that I have met. Somebody who I used to travel with him. I used to travel around with him. Right? I'm talking about 44 years ago, and I watched his career develop. And I was very proud of him until this IC thing. But that is what the orange people do. They corrupt these organizations and use them to try to regain or to retain state power. They have done it with the MOU, the secret MOU. A lot of people, including some supporters of the Labour Party, don't understand the MOU, you know. That MOU, which was signed in, I think, 06, may have been crafted by the black man, you know. In fact, I believe it was crafted by the black man.
Gentle people, great conversation, but I got to end it here. I mean, they are 30% battery, and may I prepare for your live with Tamika, MP Tamika Davis. She'll be taking questions at 3 p.m. this afternoon. See, so me and her will be co-hosting a live this afternoon.
I hope to be on it.
So yes, please, guys. Be outlined in.
Thanks for having me, people, and thank you for allowing me to bore you with my long history.
Yeah, and before I go, my moderators, you know, me ask you an orderly program later on, and you know, please do not add anybody wanna know. I go be disruptive. See?
We have to safeguard that. We have to safeguard against that.
Because connecting, big up yourself and you teach. a lot this morning. A good information passed through here. Give thanks to the
Respect, man.
service
Respect all the
and
time.
everything.
Pleasure anytime.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man.
So
Very
Vegas,
informative
just
here.
to Dujan, I just to Dujan have to go. Cause I would have let you learn some more.
No, man. No, man.
Just time.
We have a long road to go. We have a long road. Yeah. Yeah, man. If you come on, if you see good Godson, you see what you do? If you come on at the morning when Dujan and share the history here.
Yeah, man, I always try, but guess what? No, Dujan live is alive. When I say Dujan live is alive, it's like no. You know when back in the days when you couldn't get the food stuff them in a PJ time and them time there, and as you put up a pound, a bag of rice, pan it.
He got some whoop. Yeah, man, but make him go charge him. Make him go charge him battery. Look more.
Vegas, before you run, I want to commend you too for the work that you are doing and the work especially that they did in the diaspora.
Yes.
To really debunk the lies.
Brother, that is not even gravy to what you have contributed to the society, brother. Big up yourself, yeah?
Respect every time.
Yeah, man.
Blessing.